Good day everyone, welcome here to the second part of the Blender tutorial, making of an isometric room. So in this part we are going to model out the floorboards, the furnitures in the room. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is to hit 7 on numpad to go to top orthographic view and select our cursor over here, drop it somewhere around here and go Shift A and add in a cube. So what you want to do is to scale the cube somewhere around here. Enable X-ray mode by clicking over here so you can see better. I'm just going to scale it up a bit to somewhere around here. Move it down on the y-axis, G and Y. And now I'm going to disable, before I disable this, I'll hit 1 to go to front view, G to grab, move it on the Z-axis to somewhere around here. Okay, now I can disable X-ray mode over here. So the next thing I will do is to tab to edit mode, select this face, hold down shift, this face and X and delete faces. Now the next thing we want to do is to do the floorboards. So in order to do that, I will hold I'll select the face on the floor and hold down shift D to duplicate, click to put it back in place, and E to extrude it upwards to somewhere around here. Okay, I think this is okay. Now next thing I want to do is to bring my cursor over here somewhere around here and hit Shift A, and add in a cube, but you need to press P and separate by selection. But if you had created the cube in the object mode, there isn't a need to separate it by selection. So now I'm just going to select my cube, hit 7 to go to top orthographic view, scale this down on the y-axis like so. Just going to scale it down on the y-axis, but the origin is a little bit far from the object. So what I'm going to do is to go to 7, and then now I would right click and come over here to set origin to geometry. So now the origin is in the middle of the object. Now I'm going to scale this down on the y-axis like this. I think this is okay. Just scale it down a bit on the y-axis and then scale it down on the x-axis like this. Okay, so if I go to 1, I can scale this down on the z-axis to somewhere around here. Okay, I think this is perfect. 7, just scale it down on the x-axis and on the y-axis. Okay, so about this size is enough. I'm just going to take a G and then take it somewhere around here. Okay, so now we need to model the floorboards. Scale this down on the x-axis like this. Okay, now if I have my cube selected and I hit forward slash or backward slash, I can isolate the cube so I can see it better. Now tap to edit mode, select the cube and hit Shift D to duplicate. We're going to drop another one around here. Shift D and put another one somewhere around here like this. Now Shift D and then lock it on the y-axis and take it somewhere around here. And then we're just going to scale this on the y-axis. Just going to hold down S and scale it on the y-axis to some around here. G, y-axis, take it down a bit. Now with this one selected, I'm just going to hit Shift D to duplicate, take the duplicate down around here, somewhere around here. So what I'm trying to do is just to make the boards even. Now I'm just going to hit Z, go to wireframe mode, and go to the vertex select over here, and select this 4 vertices over here, and G, and take it down on the y-axis to around here. Now I'm just going to move up and do the same to the top one over here. G and take it on the y-axis like this. Now the next thing I want to do is tab to object mode, press backward slash again to remove isolation. Now grab this and try to fit it on the floor of your room. So I'm just going to go over here to the modifiers panel, add in an array modifier. I'm just going to increase the count number to 4 okay, 4, and I'm just going to give a little bit spacing in between 1 point, let's say 0.5. okay, this space is enough. But you notice the floorboards overlap, so what to do is just hold down S and scale it on the x-axis. Okay, now this is better. G, y-axis, like this, and then scale it a little bit on the axis. I'm just trying to make them even. Okay, so basically that's what I'm trying to do. Hit 1, take it down a bit on the z-axis, take it down over here. I'm just going to scale this on the z-axis so it wouldn't be too high. Okay, I think this is perfect. Bring it down. Okay, then scale it on the x-axis. But if yours is fine, you can just leave it, but I'm just trying to make it very nice, so that's why. Now if I tap to object mode and press Z and leave the solid mode, you can see our floorboard is in position. So if I tap to object mode, I can come here and apply the modifier. Now tap. Okay, so now you can see our floorboards is already in position, but it's above the floor. I'm just going to select this and then G on the z-axis, take it down. Okay, perfect. So we have very nice floorboards in the scene. So the next thing we want to do is to bring our cursor over here. And then press Shift A and add in a cube. Now for the cube, I'm just going to hit 1, scale the cube on the z-axis like this, scale it on the x-axis like this, scale it down on the z-axis, and then grab it and move it on the z-axis somewhere around here, G, and then just try to position it. You don't want it too big. So if I hit 7, I can scale it on the y-axis like this, and then scale it on the x-axis. So this is a good size for a lamp stand. 1, don't want it too big. I'm just going to scale this down. So okay, yes, we have a perfect size. Now if I tab to object mode, to edit mode with the face selected, with the cube selected, now I'll come to face select this face and press I to intrude. Okay, let's hit 1, Command Z, and then I to intrude to right about. It's not intruding evenly. I'm just going to undo this, select the whole cube, tap to object mode and come over here and object and apply scale. If I tap back to edit mode, select that face and intrude it using I, they intrude evenly. So that's basically why you need to apply a scale to an object. Now E to extrude it out, that's the intruded face, so we're just going to extrude it out. Okay, this is perfect. Now the next thing we want to do is to select the whole cube and right click and then subdivide. Just going to increase the level of subdivisions somehow like this, and select some points of the cube, some faces, hold down Shift. So this is a faster way to make the legs of the cube. Just going to 1 and then E to extrude it downwards. So now you can see we already have our stand for the Now if I press A, tap back to object mode, come over here and add in a mirror modifier, tap to edit mode, hit 7 and G and grab it out to take it somewhere around here. Now you can see the other stand. Just going to hit 7, tap back to object mode and grab. Now I can put them in position somewhere around here. Tap back to edit mode and G, just move it a little bit farther. Okay, I think this is good. Now I'm just going to tap back to edit mode. Now you can see we have our 2 lamp stand. Now the next thing we are going to do is to make the bookshelves over here and the locker over here. Now to do that, just go select your cursor, bring it over here, Shift A and add in a cube. Now if I hit 7 on my numpad to go top to graphic view, scale this down on the x-axis like so, and then scale it down on the y-axis like this. Now if I grab, I can position it like this. I'm just going to scale this down on the y-axis also. Okay, hit 1 to go to front view, scale this down on the x-axis like this, scale it on the z-axis, and then G to grab and put it over here. Just scale it down a bit again, and G and put it over here. Okay, it's intercepting the blank and we don't want that, so I'm just going to scale this down on the Z axis like this, and G and bring it out a bit. Okay, so this is perfect. Now tap to edit mode, come over here with your vertex select, and then press Ctrl R to add in 2 loop cuts. Now if I come over here, I can select this face, hold down shift, this face, and press I twice to have individual insets. It's not inserting evenly, so we just need to do the same thing. Come over here, object, and apply scale. Now tab back and I twice to have individual insets. Sorry, Command Z, I to have individual inset, and extrude it out a bit. Okay, so what we can do next is that we can tap to object mode, select this cabinet over here, and press Shift D and put it over here. Now hit 7. I'm just going to take a G and put it around here like this. Just going to bring it down a bit, G, and take it over here, and then move forward. And now I'm just going to delete the faces. Tab, select this face, hold down shift, this face, and Command plus to give it to select more of the face, and X and delete faces. Now you can see we already have our top bookshelf. Okay, so basically this is how you do. Now we can just tab back to object mode, select this, apply this modifier, apply, and then shade auto smooth. Okay, so we can also tab to select it, select the whole cubes, the lampstands, and go Ctrl B to bevel, and then press C to give the beveling a limit. So now I've just beveled it, so it's going to make it a bit smoother. So you can do the same for also other objects like this. Tap to edit mode, A to select the whole thing, and Command B, and then press C to bevel. Tab. So now you can see how it makes it look better. So we can also come over here, select this one, tab to go to edit mode, A to select the whole thing, and Command B, and then C, and now you can bevel it out on tab, and now you can see how our room is coming out. So basically this is what we are doing in this tutorial. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the third part of the making of an isometric room tutorial. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's get going.